Right now, I'd like to bring to you a very good friend of mine. You might not know this. We've been doing a lot of hanging out since this is my last year. And she's got some great guests and got together to have a good time. Here is Reggie Jackson at the Atlanta Breakfast Company with Table Talk.
Woo!
Now
We can do better than that. Y'all make some noise right now for me, comedian Reggie Jackson here at the Atlanta Breakfast. Thank you, President Obama.
They just gave me a rewrite.
Thank you, President Obama.
Hand you a card.
Welcome, everybody. Table Talk. I'm your girl, comedian Reggie Jackson. As always, I'm here at the amazing Atlanta Breakfast Club, the best breakfast spot in Atlanta. Make some noise for this beautiful business. And I'm here with my very handsome friend, Chef Anthony Sanders. Oh, wait, hold on. You all got to share a bite. Chef,
What's going on, babe? What's going on?
what's up, Chef Anthony? And you can't see him right now because for some reason we can't get our sound right, so he has to be in the back in a closet. Make some noise for my man, David Young.
Give it up a day, y'all.
I'm still here.
Dave, you're like a little Jewish God sound over top of me.
Oh, wait, give me a second. Hang on. I can fix it. There we go.
Oh, okay.
What you say he was?
A Jewish God.
A
Stop
Jewish God.
playing.
And I want everybody right now to start clapping and making some noise for my guest, my good friend, the infamous comedian Zelvin Zooman Miller. Come on, y'all, make some noise. Right. What's up, Zooman?
I ain't know I was infamous. I'll take it.
So, you just got home today because
I was out on the road this weekend with a very, very big draw.
Cat
in the world of
Williams.
Comedy, yes.
The last
Nice.
3 days you've been on the road with Cat Williams.
Yeah, it was nice.
Was it?
Yeah, it
So
was.
you host at the Atlanta Comedy Theater
Yes.
on Thursdays.
Yes.
And he came in and he was like, "You're dope AF."
Probably
Come on the road.
capacity of probably 300, 350 if you stuff them in right.
It's a beautiful venue.
Where is the
It
Atlanta
is-
Comedy Theater?
It's on Jimmy Carter Boulevard, right past Little Mexico.
Okay.
I call it Little Mexico because at a certain point they just give up on
Is that
writing stuff
Buford?
in English.
Is that Buford Highway?
They're like, "Let McDonald's." So really? That's how y'all gonna do us once we get past the, you know what? We do business over here. You're gonna act right by us.
So it's up on Roswell. So you were hosting on Thursday and he came in and he was like,
Well, I know
how'd the conversation go? I know you've known him for a while.
right. So in L.A., before he got next Friday, I was hosting at the Improv, and he was just one of the more diligent dudes who didn't complain about the slot he got, whether it was late or early. Everybody want to go on early. It's Hollywood. All the agents leave, so he trying to get on early. Never complained. Just did his thing. So when he got that part of Money Mike, killed it so hard. I think even for the first year, people wasn't recognizing his name as Cat Williams. Everybody was still calling him Money Mike. Like, oh, yo, this Money Mike. That's how hard he hit the character. Bam. And that don't happen all the time.
How long was it between that character and Pimp Chronicles? Do you know? I think I heard about both of those right around the same time, and I knew that he had hit the character first.
It
but
built up in a wave.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It was a wave of attack because he was, independent-minded, so he was shooting his own things. Mm-hmm. And the way he pushed himself into the heart of a following is insane. I just performed in front of 30,000 people this past weekend.
You performed in front of 30,000 people?
No less than 10 each night in an arena.
2,500 at one time is my max, and I almost shit myself when that happened.
It's insane. It is. I did Ricky Smiley's tour last year. Ricky Smiley and Friends. And Ricky got some devoted fans. We get to the places and be like, Ricky! And then be some dudes sounding like that. Ricky! This fat dude threw his bra on stage. I said, that's inappropriate, sir. But with Cat, he runs it's like a coach. And the team that he picked and put together, he put them together for certain reasons, not just because, this, that, or the third. It's like, I got a lot of respect for what I just saw this weekend. I learned a lot. I watched a dude who wasn't scared. A lot of headliners that go on tours, they scared to let people rah, come before them. Not just in comedy and music, rap, R&B. They're scared for somebody to come smoke your ass off the stage when you the headliner and you the one selling the tickets. But just so happens this other person ain't got the shine you got, so they're hungrier than you. You're used to these big places. Came in here with an attitude. Where's my tea? You know what I mean?
Well, that probably keeps him sharp, too.
I mean, I think that's part of it. I think he puts it like that so that it challenges him because...
It keeps the drive going.
Man, my dude Martini comes on. He rips a hole in the place to get it started, just to let y'all know the show started. Bow! Most people always think about the headline, the ticket they brought. They thinking of when does he go on? So people tend to come when they think he going on. You know, like, y'all ain't nothing but the opening's on. People you might not know. You ain't heard him on the bill. So he wanted it to be that you can't skip this part. So he got him. Then he got my dude from D.C., Shalant, hilarious. Then he got Red Grant hosting. Red Grant is a beast.
Red Grant's been hosting at the Laugh Factory in L.A. for a couple of years now, hasn't he? He does Tuesdays out there?
He used to be my roommate when I was out there. And I watched him earn his position that he's in right now. It came from studying. We was roommates. I used to wake up. All I would see is his back because he was typing. And in that crib, he typed his own script up. Had never done none of this stuff. Just always jumped on it. Point being, I'm around some people who are very aggressive at the right now. That's what I picked up on this weekend. Being aggressive in the right now. Like, this is happening right now.
Did you guys party a lot while you were out this weekend?
Not at all.
See, because that's a big misconception. People think when you're on tour that there's like bitches and champagne and wine and shit.
And
that was me with the wine. There really was wine when I was on tour.
They were all in the audience. All that was in the audience.
Because you're tired.
No, not
how many shows did you do back to back? Did you do one a night or did you do two a night?
It was one a night. It was Mobile, Detroit, and then Baltimore.
But with all that travel, too, it's a lot more grueling than it seems like it would be.
I'm not even going to sit here and lie. It ain't grueling at all. It's people listening to this show who really got a grueling job. Got to sit through Atlanta traffic going home. That in itself is a job. Then you got to go work a job with somebody you can't stand. For some money, you know they about to tax you heavily. All that just so you could try and halfway pay some bills. I have no complaints.
I guess I'm speaking as a production guy. It's grueling for us out here.
Well, the production, yeah, y'all schedule different.
No, because you got to remember, Dave worked production with Circus. Yeah. So every fucking week, at the beginning of the week and the end of the week, they had to break down that tent, all that sound,
when all the talent is sleeping and catching up and getting okay with themselves, we're still working.
I'm going to say that if you're speaking of a certain circus, I think you might be.
Sue hates that.
That might be something with the recipe.
You're right. It might be. A certain thing it might be.
It's so like shady every week in here.
Sheesh.
We don't say the name of the circus around here.
I know. I picked up on it.
Voldemort. That's what the
he
name
who
that
would
you
not be named. They remind me of two slave owners if you think of their last names.
Well, I also heard from several sources who sounded serious. If you could do this circus, you could do anything in the world.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you, I ain't never told nobody how I quit. This is how I quit. I was out with them for 3 months. Let this be in the record. They came and sassed me, sweet-talked me, told me about getting this. I tried to be on some good dad business. You know, I'm going to ask my daughter. She's young. Dad, baby girl, you think I should go out with the circus? Yeah, Dad. At the same time, I had been offered to go on the road with Ricky Smiley for the weekends. So I would have been on the road on the weekends like I'm doing now and had my whole week to myself to do whatever else and hustle whatever other money I want to get, right? And Ricky got markets. He got fans. So my daughter said, Dad, do the circus. I said, all right. I'm going to do the circus, baby girl. I'm going to run away with the circus. I'm going to call you. I love you. I'm going to miss you.
Oh, my God. Dave, a P.S. disclaimer. I am so scared for whatever else he is about to say.
Oh, here it comes. Here come the pain. No.
But
no,
please go ahead.
No, trust me. I'm a Libra. I know how to weave without making mistakes. So I go out. I mean, and all this is fact in the record, so it's nothing slanderous or nothing foul. It's if I have my testament to speak and I'm a comedian, that's who you hired. Don't think I ain't going to tell my story later, goofy.
You're paid to tell the truth.
Exactly. That's my job. Your job is to make sure you got tigers and not dogs.
Right.
When you show up in the hood. Black people in particular. What kind of circus is this? It's got dogs in this one. I ain't bring my baby to see dogs. We got dogs at the house. That's why we left. Come see something exotic so they can see the world. What is this? What is running this? And why is the kids dancing on this dance contest like that? What the? Okay, let me take it back. I was quoted one amount. It is the reason what made me choose the circus. Then when we get started, it becomes another amount. It was still a healthy amount. I couldn't bark at it, so let's see what it do. Now when you go with the circus, you got to leave all year, so I almost gave up my apartment.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to keep rent going at somewhere you don't even stay
I got lucky
at
right
all.
before I went on tour. We went to Tampa, Jacksonville. We came right back up to Atlanta, and my lease was up like that month.
Oh, man.
I put my stuff in storage and was like, wee.
You know what? When I would send my money back for rent, I would just pretend I was at a strip club and I blew like $750.
That's a good way to look at it.
I would just pretend in my mind like, boy, they was getting it in last. I blew like $750 at the strip club, boy. You missed it. Now, longer story short with this place, I went into the ring to rehearse to be the ringmaster. That's what he hired me to come do. So they're going to train me. When I go to the first city, I said, well, give me some footage of your circus. Y'all 15, 13 years or something. Can I see a show so I can, get the vibe? We don't have one. What? It's $1 million operation. You ain't nobody recorded this thing yet?
What happened, Dave? Keep going, Sue.
Yeah. We get to Atlanta from the first city that I meet them in, and he gives me a camera. He goes and buys one, gives me the camera, tell me go top of the tent and tape the show. Man, that's the first day I told myself, yo, on the inside, minus all of what we've achieved in life, this a corny dude. This a corny dude. I wouldn't want to stand near him at the party. I don't like him.
You want a video of what you're about to do? Go film one, and we'll get back.
Well, luckily, I have background. It's what brought me to Atlanta to go to Art Institute of Atlanta for film production, video production, audio production. Luckily,
Nice.
I had some training, so I took it as an opportunity to test my bird's eye skills. If I had to shoot something
Get
from
your
the top of a tent.
Scorsese happening?
Yes. Rock my Spike Lee dolly where it looked like somebody floating and they not and make you dizzy.
They didn't have you hoisted up on like a chain motor, like hanging from the ceiling.
Don't say the word hoist when speaking of that operation. It is a dangerous proposition. When I went to my first city, they put somebody in who wasn't ready. The dude said he's not ready to do this act. The dude falls out of the top of the tent, cracks his body up, body cast.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but how about that wasn't a shocking story? The people who was with him for longer was like, oh, that's nothing. Let me tell you about the time.
Yeah, there is some serious stories going on.
I say, yo, don't tell me nothing else, Duke. I got to perform for kids. What are you doing? I got to make the babies happy. What are you doing?
You got to pretend it's fine in here.
Nah, man. So longer story, even shorter. I went in 3 times in the course of 3 months. And this is how you train me. The rest of the time, I'm sitting around doing nothing. And to a creative mind, that's suicide. As a comedian, we could get up every day and explore whatever thoughts show up. Instead, I'm sitting here practicing my, and now, for nothing. I got mad. I got bored with it. We get to New York, my 3rd time going in. The weather broke, because in Cleveland, it was a big snowstorm. So we get to New York, the weather done broke, and it's affected me. I go in, do an early show. I bust my voice out, because we in Brooklyn, and I let the dogs loose. They ain't had not a ringmaster who know patois. Man, I came out there. Wagwan, Brooklyn! All massive, hold tight. Universal Circus. Man, I murdered that thing. Lost my voice, though. That's how you lose your voice trying to be Jamaican and you're not. You will lose your voice. Boy, fire up. But, man, my shit, done. Had me sounding messed up. So it's clear that I don't have my voice. As you talk to me, I sound like this. It's clearly stripped and ripped because of the transfer. Plus, as the season was changing in New York, it'd be hot during the daytime. Then it'd get cold at night. That switch up and mess you up. Plus, we in a tent with animals. All kinds of cootie bugs and unsanitary-ish. So, no voice. One morning, they come and tell me I'm going in.